For those of you living with kyphosis, these stretches are for you. First things first, the easy stretch. Now, if you saw the latissimus dorsi stretch, this is a great preliminary stretch. I highly recommend. You can lay in this stretch for a long time. 30, 45 minutes, you'd lay in the stretch, let your arms get used to just being open. A variation on this, because you can do this one arm too, is you can roll to the side and rest your head on your arm rather. And this will help to loosen up the latissimus dorsi and the pectoralis to allow the shoulder to open back up again. All right. So this is your first kyphosis stretch, not counting the latissimus dorsi stretch. This next stretch is also for kyphosis, for loosening it up. And for some of you, this is going to be extremely difficult on your shoulders. This stretch has a lot of variation to it. You notice 3 yoga blocks here, right? So each yoga block has a purpose. What you're going to do is you're going to put 1 yoga block under your chin, 1 yoga block under your hand. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be under your hand in the beginning, because I know for some people, the rotation of the shoulder will be a little intense. So what I recommend a lot of times in the beginning, have the block under your elbow as opposed to under your hand. The reason for this is that when it's under your elbow, it's not going to be stretching out your shoulder cup muscles right away. It'll give them a chance to just get used to being open. Give your pec a chance to open up. Give your anterior deltoid a chance to open up as well. And while you're doing this, you can begin adjusting the cervical position. That's what this block is for. This block goes under the chin and begins allowing the cervical to open up. Now, this position you can hold for 15-30 minutes, especially in the beginning. You're just laying here. You're not doing anything. It's a very passive stretch, but it is the kind of stretch that is going to force you open. Now, where this stretch gets interesting is that you can rotate this block, for example, from the flat position to the medium position, and again, it goes under. It elevates your chin just a little bit higher, making for more stretch to the cervical spine. And when you're past that point, you can flip it this way, the tall way, and again, same thing. Stretch the cervical spine and allows it to return back to position. If you're dealing with vagus nerve dysfunctions, this stretch is excellent. Now, with respect to the arms, we already discussed moving the block from the elbows to the hands. As soon as you move these blocks to the hands, you're going to feel your subscapularis for many of you. That is the muscle that is underneath the scapula. It's between the scapula and the ribs. It's a very small muscle. It's like your secondary pectoralis, thirdary pectoralis, fourth, whatever. You know, it does the same job as your pectoralis, major, minor, and your interior deltoid. And it sits deep inside the shoulder. A lot of times it gets tightened up, especially for people who do a lot of bench pressing and pull-ups and don't take good care of their shoulders. This muscle needs a lot of attention. So, I'm going to show you this on one shoulder first. You can start with just a hand on. You can start with a block and hand on. You can start with one block higher. The good thing about having this block here, it gives your shoulder a little bit of support, so it makes the stretch a little less intense, actually. Having this block is a cheat. If you take this block away, you have a very sharp incline or decline on the elbow from the hand. You're going to feel this stretch a lot in the subscapularis. It will be intense. So, go slow. Give your body a chance to get used to it. Start off here, okay? Or rather, start off here, work to here, then you can go to here. Here's another kyphosis stretch. It's a bit more of an advancement of the previous stretches, like the one where you were laying back with your arms straight up, except in this case, you have like an arch underneath you. So it's really going to open up in reverse kyphosis. If you want to hold on with a towel, because I know for me personally, even when I get into this position, my arms just want to slide right out to the sides. This isn't so bad, actually. For some people, this is actually very necessary to have your arms fly out to the sides, and that'll help to open up the pecs, specifically the pecs, and the anterior deltoid, and the subscapularis a little bit. It'll help to open all of this up. But if you want to get this other angle up here, this will work wonderfully by holding a towel or a belt or whatever, just to keep about a head's width distance in between your hands. This will help to stretch out the latissimus in this position, and the subscapularis even more as well. Now, one other thing about this stretch, notice the position of the legs. A lot of men dealing with kyphosis, a lot of people in general dealing with kyphosis, their glutes are very, very tight. So all the glute stretches, while they are necessary, this is another position to be in where you're encouraging the spine in the polar opposite position that it's been in for years. So this literally helps to undo everything all at once. So having the hips in this position as opposed to laying flat out, it gives the glutes a little bit of a stretch, gives the lumbar a nice little hike. Oh, they're still going to get the hike with the legs down. It does drop. It does drop the lumbar when the legs are down. Legs are up, the lumbar kind of lifts up a little bit. If you want to put something underneath there to help encourage more lumbar raise, by all means, put a yoga block underneath your lower back if you want to help encourage. Matter of fact, put the yoga block right here. And that way the lumbar cannot drop. Okay. If you want to do a rolled up towel, that might be a little more comfortable for some people. The yoga block is this yoga block is actually kind of chunky compared to the smaller one, so it's a little bit difficult to fit under there, but it does keep the lumbar lifted up. Let me think, what other benefits does this have? It also does, if you want to go higher up onto it, without the yoga block of course, what you can do is allow your neck to get a nice piece of the stretch at the same time, so your neck is falling back across, in this case, the Bosu ball. You can kind of do this with pillows, but I imagine it'd probably be very difficult with pillows. Sliding up on the ball more also prevents the lumbar from dropping as well. So that is also another benefit of sliding up the ball. And this is your kyphosis stretch. Welcome to one more kyphosis stretch. As opposed to using the Bosu ball, a bench can be used as well. The cool thing about the bench is if you slide up the bench, you can let your head just hang right off the bench. This can actually be simulated on the bed as well, or a stretch table or massage table where the head just hangs back off of the bench a little bit. Allows the cervical flexors to open up and loosen up. Let your arms hang out. Again, this is going to help out with pectoralis flexibility. If you hold the towel like you were before and hold your arms straight up in this position. Where's my towel? Towel's right here. Put the towel in this position. At the same time, you get your lats, your pecs, your subscapularis, your cervical spine. There might be a bit of a space that gets created here under the lower back, which for people dealing with kyphosis, that might be a really good thing actually for many of you. It'll help to just get the spine to just start to be mobile again. So take advantage of this particular stretch. You can hang out in this stretch for, 10-15 minutes if you feel like it. Start off with 5 minutes, work your way up. Start off with 1 minute to 30 seconds, work your way up. The longer you can hang out in this stretch, the more it's going to open you up, the more it's going to help remove the kyphosis that's been going on for years. Nothing fancy, very passive. If you can do this at home and have a TV somewhere you can watch it, then by all means enjoy the time and just get used to it.